Okay, so let's see. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna put more of these things down, more of these cages, these steel cages down over here. Trap more people in. I guess that's gonna be good right there. We can also put some wooden traps down in the actual cages. These, for some reason, you can double them up. The other way, you can only have one or the other. So if you put down the cages first, you can put down traps in each and every one of them, and then you can replace those as time goes on. It makes sense because, you know, trappers have been doing that kind of thing before. But if you put down the trap, you can't put the cage down on top of it. So you got to do it in the right order. But again, once you put these cages down, you never really have to put them down again. So you just, from then on, you know, it should be fine. Let's see. You know what? I almost want to play around with the look of this and put this up here just for fun, because it seems like it could be kind of cool looking. Almost a Castlevania-esque kind of look to it. I don't know why you guys can't put that there. Let me fix that for you. Oh, come on. Jeez, you guys are not going to make it easy. There we go. Now, go to work. Oh, and you got somebody over here to kill. Yes, fantastic. Now, I have been putting my hopes and dreams onto this, the success of this little area right here. I think it's about perfect right now. I think this should work just fine. And if I ever have to, you know, I can fix the flooring right here. I don't know, if you put down the bridge and you put down a Tesla tower on top of it, can the towers next to it fire underneath it? And I don't know what the answer to that would be. I don't know if they can because the tower is sitting on top of it. But I assume they probably would be. So if that's the case, let me know, guys. I won't do that until I find out one way or the other. I'll probably do it on another Let's Play or something like that on one of my earlier games to go back and test it and see if it works. Because if I do it here and it fails, that's the cost of an entire tower, even if it's just one to test it out and see if it works. And I don't really need it. Like, it'd be a bonus if I could put more towers in here with them. But again, I don't really need that there. Hopefully they can't fly in here. I'm hoping. I don't think they can, but we'll find out here in a minute. Oh, okay. You guys are gonna go straight down. Let's do that. I got the resources for it, so we can spare it. Let me go put some lights down here. It's kind of cool. I like the way it looks. Come on, put it down. There we go. So now you guys have all the tasks. Yeah, one more tower, and you guys are golden. And let's see. I don't know how you're gonna get out there. Maybe do this. That way you guys can put some torches out here. Because if you don't put a torch here, I guarantee you at some point the grass is going to grow right here. Now that could be a good thing, because if it does, the enemies can't fly into here. They have to fly over here to the other side. And that might ideally be the best choice for you to do, is just to leave that and let it get filled in. Or fill it in yourself. But for now, I like the way the torches look, and I'm willing to accept the more difficult aspect of fighting these things off, with them kind of getting stuck in corners and just you know, annihilating one of these things instead of coming across here and hitting multiple ones and just getting annihilated. I'm willing to put up with that just for the looks alone. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I would totally you know, tell you guys to go the other route if you're having a hard time, you know, completing this one, because it can be pretty tough. Now we finally finished up over here, kind of. You guys still have a little bit more left to do. Build earth. I know they're gonna fill that in wrong, but we are good there. Let's go ahead and take down the scaffolding. I can't believe they left the door. They cut down the entire wall around it, but they leave the door. What is wrong with these guys? Okay, so how much beer do we have? We have tons of beer. You guys are getting drunk. You guys had a good job. You got there. Celebration, guys. We got our Tesla tower. So yeah, these guys are gonna have a nice night tonight. Jeez. I'm gonna give them a little bit of food too, because, you know, when they're drinking, they love to eat, and I don't want these guys to go hungry tonight. They've definitely earned it. So let's do that right there. Okay, a little bit of food, not too much. Let's see. What about our comfort rating? 47. What else do we have left to do to get to transmuting? Now, we did make a helmet. I don't think we have enough gold to make the boots. Let's look at the boots real quick. We have. Can we make one more? No, we just need one more nugget, and we can level that up. Okay, well, we'll have to go find a little bit of gold and get past that, so we can start getting to our Mithril armor. But before we get to the Mithril armor, we have to actually unlock the Mithril working tools, the pickaxe and the axe. And to get that, we need to go through our stockpile, elevator, steel doors. So steel doors not going to happen. Elevator is going to require, yeah, well, that's not going to happen. Let's do stockpile. So stockpile requires quite a few things. Iron pickaxe, iron axe. We're not using those anymore, and we saved on to a few of them, so that's going to be good. Wood, iron ore, and stone. Well, the iron ore is probably going to be an issue, but let's do some barrels real quick. Let's make a few of these. Actually, we're out of wood. Okay, well, then we're going to go looking for some wood because that's going to be something we're going to need. And all these areas up here respawn, so yeah, we got tons of it, guys. This is not going anywhere anytime soon, so chop away. And we got a little bit of water up here, and we definitely need that. So it's been funny. We haven't had to come up here in a few waves, and I've been loving it. I've been waiting to see just how long it would take before we had to come up here and get it. But you know, it's interesting that it took us this long. Oh, come on. There we go. And wow, there's gonna be tons and tons of wood here. This is probably gonna be more than enough. The whole place is covered. Usually when we came up here, you'd find like a tree here and a tree here, and maybe a tree over here, and a few little bushes spread out. But this entire thing is trees, and not just like these little itty-bitty trees, but these big, massive trees that drop a lot of wood. Now, the only thing that drops more wood than that is these roots. These roots drop, I think, like 2 or 3 pieces of wood and then a root. And the roots are actually pretty nice because you use them for spells. And the only other way to get them is to dig into the dirt and chop down pieces of dirt that have the roots inside them. And what I've been able to tell for myself, just from my own observations, is it seems to be that the trees grow faster in blocks that have roots in them than when they don't have anything. Now, they will still sprout out of blocks without roots, but they seem to grow faster when they're in there. So you might be able to implant them and see if that grows faster, or it just might be my imagination, but it definitely does seem like that's the case. So I almost hate to chop down the blocks with the roots in them if I'm going to use that area for my trees, which is why I've kind of left all these alone and just left them, to harvest the trees that I need the wood for. And then if I need the roots, I can always come down here. They're a lot harder to get. Scaffolding, definitely. If you have a buttload of scaffolding, this would be ideal for you because they drop so much, in the way of resources, and they respawn so quickly. Lot faster than the trees do. Carpenter's Book increases the speed at which wooden objects are made. So nice. We're definitely going to get some of that. Now, how much do we have? Can we do one of these? Nope, not enough. I was gonna say was gonna let them pick that stuff up and let them use the portal a little bit longer to chop stuff down, but I think maybe I went overboard with the portal, and they have more than enough to go around. They have a couple more trees left, but they don't really have any reason to be up here beyond that. Look at that, they're already getting to the last one. Now I could tell them to attack this stuff, but that would just be, eggs is all you really get from those, and I don't really need the aggravation of having all those little guys come out here and attack me, because to be honest, I've left them alone the entire game except if they attack me, and I get very, very few attacks with those. So I think as long as you're leaving their base alone, you won't get hit by them too often. I don't know if you guys are watching, maybe if you annoy these guys the entire game, they just get more and more and more aggressive, which is like a domino effect, meaning you have to attack them more and more, but it hasn't been the case for me, so I'm more than fine leaving them alone and not shaking the boat on that one. Come on, guys, what is wrong with you? You were just gonna sit up here and wait for that portal to go by in 2 minutes and something seconds because you couldn't you? Oh man, you guys drive me nuts. Okay, so we're gonna make some of the stuff we were looking for. Let's go back to stockpile. So we need a few more barrels. We only were able to make 1, so let's do 4 of those. Okay, let's go back to stockpile. What do we need? We need a workbench, which is going to use wood, and we're going to need a flag. Let's do the workbench, because that's already on the same page. Okay, so we know where that is. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick. A wooden table? Come on. How many things do we need before we get to the thing we need? Let's do a wooden table. Yeah, we can make 9 of those. So let's do 4 of those. Let's see, go back. Where was it at? Yeah, this is why I go straight over here and just click on it, because it's just easier to find it really quickly. Okay, so we'll do 4 of those just in case. Let's see, what else do we need? Flag? The flag is also on here. Just wood. So we haven't made that yet, so we have to go in there and put that there. Double click. What do we need? Rope. Rope we should have tons of, because every time we destroyed one of those bases, we got quite a bit of it. Fabric we don't have too much of, but more than enough. And that's going to level us up right there, guys. That's going to be more than what we need. Actually, that didn't level us up at all. That was something we already had leveled up. So, okay, there we go. Iron axe. Let's put that there. Iron pickaxe. How many of those do we have? We only have 2 of those. We might actually have to make a few if we want to level this all the way up. But I'm hoping just a few of these will be enough, because that's a lot of resources. I mean, look how much it takes to do this. A lot of different things. And some of these items were items that were made by other items. So it's a lot more than what it actually looks like. So let's do this. Yeah, that's going to level us up right there. Ooh, yeah. Fantastic. About time. Okay, mithril weapons, or mithril pickaxes, here we come. Okay, so we got mithril, and we need to make, actually we have silver, so we need to make the mithril ones. We just finally got that skill, so now we can make 21 of these things. Okay, let's do it, guys. Let's double click that. Let's do some coal, double click that, and we are just going to go all out, make every single one of them. That is almost going to level us up in our own right. If you look at that, that alone is going to get us to the weapons. And I don't know if we want to go with pickaxes just yet, because we're really not doing too much of that. We might go with some of our weapons, like the mithril wizard staff. I love that weapon. Or the mithril hammer or sword. Those are really good weapons. Heavy bow, not so much. I don't think I'm really too interested in the heavy bow. It's interesting in a way, but not necessarily something that I'm too keen on actually looking at. Over here, on the other hand, we need to make some more of these. I think we're going to go with the elixir of fire and finish this off if we can. We ran out of those. How about making some more of those? Where are they at? There we go. We're out of health ones. Dang it. Well, we're going to make some more, because we need them, not only for the health, but we ran out of water. That's the only thing holding us back is water. Well, okay. Jeez, well, we're going to have to get some water. You know what? We do have a spell up here, which is to rain or snow, and it looks like when you hover above it that you're going to get that experience right there, or that amount of progress in your level if you cast it, maybe, but it requires a lot of power. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see if it actually works. We do have an area over here where I can make it rain, and this stuff doesn't evaporate too quickly, so I think that's where I'm going to have it go. Let's actually look through our little window here, see where our spells are. Let's see, rain or snow. I guess it decides based off of the biome that you're in. How much is that going to cost anyways? Three, yeah, only 3. Here we go. Where's the rain? I don't see it. Oh, is it raining above? Oh, it sure is, guys. Holy crap. Look at that. Oh, man. So, you can remember that when you make it rain, guys, it actually has to come from the ceiling. It's not going to come from, a magic cloud that you're casting there. It's actually coming from the top. So if there's anything in its way, a roof or something like that, or in this case, on the little island, it's going to get trapped there. Now, there wasn't too much water there, and that did kind of take a lot of power to cast. So let's go back in there and see if it did, kind of, right? Yeah, it actually worked. What about Magic Explosion? Magic Explosion is a lot of power. Magic Collect, I think, was a lot of power as well. Let's look at that and see how much those cost. Let's see. Magic Explosion is 10. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Magic Collect is only 3. I think we could do that. Let's put that down here. I actually like Magic Collect. I just don't think we have anything that was, worth using for Magic Collect, but we'll get that going and maybe get to the next skill point on that one. I like how you finally get experience for using those. You didn't used to actually do that. So let's see if we can find something where there's resources that we want to pick up, but we kind of left behind. He's chopping down here. This guy's still digging? It doesn't even look like he's damaging the rock. I mean, that guy might be digging for a long, long time. Let's see, what about over here? I think he picked everything up. Like, there's really not a big area for me to use that on, and I hate to just waste the power, but I'm probably going to go ahead and do it anyways, just because. Yeah. I guess let's use it somewhere over here. There we go. We get to see a little bit more. It doesn't look like they're trapped in here at all. There we go. Now, the reason I'm doing that, guys, is so we can get over here to the substance transformation. Because once we past our engineering level right here, we're able to get to this stuff right now, and I'm really interested to see how this stuff works out. And they're making the bars anyway, so that's not something we can really rush along. They're doing that as fast as they can. We do need to get a little bit more gold down here to be able to open this up, but in the meantime we can do this, and this is not something we really need to worry about because we have to do the weapons first anyway, so that's fine. We just need to make some elixirs of ice arrows, transfiguration, or the compass spell. Compass spell we can cast. That one's not too hard. Oh, a 10. Wow. That's going to take some power. So until we get to that point, I'm going to do the other ones. Let's look at what the elixirs want. Well, dang it. It's using the same gray mushrooms that my power potions use, and I prefer my power over these things, but we definitely need to level this up. So a few, at least one, definitely, because you get the most for it. So let's fill this out so at least it's done. We got a little bit of water, not too much. We got 4 water out of that entire thing. That's not a great ratio there. Maybe if we used it in a better spot, it might have done more. Maybe it lasts, a random amount of time every single time you use it. I don't know. That's one of the very few times that I've actually managed to go in there and mess around with it. Let's see. We'll do one more. That's maxed out. Oh, because we're out of water. Nice. Okay, we'll probably won't be able to do the other one then, because that's probably going to require some water too. Yeah, and different stuff. So, okay. Well, we're gonna have to go get some more water. Let's see, how much power do we have? We can go ahead and get a little bit more. Get up to 10. There we go. And this will point us into the direction of the next area. Now, let's see. Let's go down a little bit further. We'll come over here, and I'll use it right here to see where is it going to point us. Oh, there we go. It's pointing us right over here. Let me go ahead and pick this stuff up. Now, I think it's pointing to the next secret area, which if we keep going in this direction would be this way, but there's nothing here. Right? I mean, there's nothing over here. There's enemies. There's a few enemies here, but are you saying like I don't know. That's supposed to point you in the right direction. I guess it's more this way. Maybe here? No. It does sound like there's something flying in here though. So we might have to come down here. It might be. That might be the next little area we should go to, but for now, let's go back in there and see what we got going on. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more water. So let's come out here and drain this a little bit. I think this will be a good spot to gather a little bit of water. I don't want to drain it too much, but unfortunately I need it, and I don't really come out here and fish that often, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's see, how many blocks are you gonna get before you lower it down? They probably can get quite a bit. The downside is this doesn't fill up anymore because there's this little island right above it. I'm not quite sure how it ever really started to fill up in the first place, but it doesn't get a whole lot of water too often. So if you destroy this, you drain it too much and the fish start disappearing, there's probably not a whole lot of things you can do about it. Let's see, we'll put... Well, I want you guys to pick that stuff up, but it doesn't seem like you guys want to go in the water. What if we go in there and create... What was it that you had to have? It was like a gas mask or something like that, or a helmet, so that they could go down there and actually pick up the stuff under the water. Go back all the way to the beginning, because this is exactly where it was. What was it called? I don't see it there. Where is it at? It's some kind of hat, some kind of hood. Recognize it when I see it, unless I already passed it. I might have, but they should be able to go down there and pick that stuff up. I don't see it anymore. I must have passed it because it's here somewhere on here. How can I not see that? Where is it at? That's nuts. There was something. I don't know, guys. We'll have to look at that on the next one. In fact, I'll do that in between this episode and the next. And this is a... Oh, there it is right there. Diving helmet. I knew I wasn't going nuts. There it is. We'll do a few of those. And I only have one. I only have one diving helmet, so that's probably one they're not going in there as much as I want them to. There we go. Get all that stuff over there. Hopefully this doesn't disappear in the meantime. I don't think it will, but let's put this down here. Get somebody to go down here and start making those diving helmets. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? No. Where are you going? What are you doing, man? We need to do the day in the life of one of these dwarves and just see where they go and how crazy their life is. I almost wish that you could have somebody controlling them and somebody else just like watching where they go. That way you could, you know, not know what they have in mind, but still, you know, try to guess it and be like, oh, maybe we're going to make potions today. You know, like actually guess as the role, you know, because these guys never know what they're going to do from day to day. They wake up in the morning and every day, and sometimes they don't even wake up in the morning. Sometimes they are just awake from like the last 3 days that I've had them awake. So, what are you guys doing? I mean, I know it takes them a while to make the stuff and then take it back, but like not one single person has gone over there to get some water. I mean, there's a freaking, seriously, guys? I can't pick that stuff up myself. You guys have to do it. You have to actually, you know, travel down here and pick it up. Come on, you know you want to. Grab the stuff. Come on. Do it. Do I have to give it to them? Do I have to go into their equipment and actually give it to them? I don't think I do. Yeah, it's not here. No, it's not there either. Yeah, I don't know on that one. Don't know why they're not picking that up, but I need the water. I need that to be able to progress a little further into the stuff that I'm doing with the potions. You know, like I can't make any more until I get... How much water do I have? I got enough, I guess, 3. And 3 is going to be enough to at least put one of these things down. Some eyeballs. How many? We got 40 eyeballs. Bones, 195. Yeah, we're fine on that one. 17 of these little pink mushrooms. Pink crystals, 25. And then, of course, slime. So we're fine on slime. Let's make that. Yes. I think that should level us up, to be honest, guys. That should do it for us. Here we go. A little bit more water. Are you kidding me? Still nobody over here? I don't know what I have to do to get these guys to pick this stuff up, other than maybe tell them that I'm going to force them to be over here. And then once they're here, they'll pick it up and go back. The only other thing I should have done is use my minions, which they don't require any of that stuff. I should have thought of that ahead of time, but let's do that now. Come on, guys. Yes. Yes, go forth. Ah, finally. Finally, my power is being used. You guys are just standing here. Oh my god, dudes. What is wrong with you? Stop driving me nuts. Okay, so we got food. No, there's no food over here. It's just all beer. It's a nice little beer store over here. Let's put down some food for him. Wow, they're going through this stuff pretty quick. I would put more down right here, but he's standing right on top of it. And if you put down food while they're standing there, chances are they just eat it. Because you can make them stop and eat a whole bunch. See, right now he's eating a little bit of that. Now he's gone through it. There's no more left there. So if you do that with beer, man, they will chug that stuff until you're pretty much out. I think there's a limit when they finally, you know, fill up and be like, oh, I don't want to eat anymore. But it takes a while for them to get to that point. So I definitely would not recommend doing it that route if you don't have to. Now this should be done here pretty soon. Compass spell I've already done. What else do we need to do? We need to do more mithril, but we don't have all of that. There was a spot over here that I was holding off on chopping down because I didn't really need mithril at the time. There we go. And there's a few pieces of it here. So let's go ahead and grab this real quick. We'll put a portal down right there. Get some of these cobwebs while we're here. What else do we have over here? Anything? A little bit of coal. Go ahead and chop that down. Since the portal is going to be here, might as well get some use out of it and not a complete waste there. There's an enemy down here we could come down and kill, but you know what? I'm gonna leave him there and I'm gonna let him suffer because you know he's just gonna have to sit there and watch my guys completely own this map, knowing that he's stuck. Oh, there's a couple of them down here. I wish you could just mess with them and throw a portal down and have them come through it, but not know where they're gonna show up, almost like the video game, but have them come through like right over lava, or maybe really high in the sky, just for kicks, you know, and be able to have that kind of control over it would be pretty nice. But you know, I could understand them not doing that because holy crap, that would be a lot of programming. There we go. So that should level us up on that. So now we can either make some weapons, which we're gonna have to do regardless, and then the armor. And armor is what I'm kind of looking forward to be honest, because that's gonna help us out quite a bit. High powered. I mean, I want to try it definitely going to try it, but I don't know how well this is going to work. We'll have to look at that. The one thing I'm more, you know, kind of curious about than anything else is this. What is it going to take to make these different pieces? And is it going to be one of those ones where you could start with iron and work your way up and use like just dirt, you know, like a lot of dirt and something weird with this to make that, whereas silver will require iron and move all the way up with just with nothing, so that if all you have left on the map is dirt, at some point you can sit there long enough and work your way all the way up to Mithril and be able to do anything you want. Whereas if there's plenty of other resources, you can kind of skip one of those little steps. But I don't know. We'll have to see, and we're pretty close to it. We just have to give them a little bit of time to finish up doing what they're doing, and then we can definitely check that out. But I think what we're going to go ahead and do now, guys, is end the episode here. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. On the next episode, we are going to find out whether this area right here works. I'm hoping it will. We got 9 minutes left till the next wave, and then we will also finish this up. We just have to wait for him to finish making it, and we will see what you need to do this, which is something very, very cool. We'll also start our journey down our weapons, our master weaponry for the Mithril stuff, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to start with the staff before I go on to the other ones, because they just require so much Mithril to do than the staff, and the staff is just really, really nice, so I tend to prefer that one, or the heavy bow if I get really low on resources, but the staff I think is better. And then we'll be doing our armor somewhere in probably 2 or 3 episodes. And at some point, if we find enough iron, we will come back and do the master decorating, because I do want to do that. I do want to try out some different techniques and different styles before we move on. But pretty close, guys. Pretty close to beating this level. And I did hear a rumor that the game company is thinking about coming out with another little expansion, another little level. So if that's true, if that's actually going to happen, and you guys know for sure, leave that down in the comments. I would love to find out if that's actually going to be a thing, because I like this game, and I want to see what's coming down the pipe, and maybe share with you guys, you know, what we know and what we think is going to happen. But again, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will definitely catch you all next time.